Hello!
Hi.
Cool. Good to see you, baby face.
Yeah, like I lost 5 pounds in my face.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
So, do we have some people here? Um, I don't know. I don't see any
Yeah,
questions.
there
Any?
are there are some people.
Okay. So, what we wanted to talk about today was we will talk about our strange childhoods.
Yeah.
So, let's start, huh?
Yeah, so childhood. It's a strange topic because everybody has like a different story to tell. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was a total active ADHD kid. So yeah, running around, screaming, especially at school. Uh, my teachers didn't like it, uh, but it was one of the best ways to uh, get to know new people. So yeah, when somebody joined the class, I was one of the first kids that were always say, "Hi, how are you doing? Do you want to be my friend? Do you want to do something after school and stuff like this?" So
I
yeah, I
was
was
the
always
opposite of that.
I was only always the noisy one.
I
Um,
was the opposite, totally opposite, I was
so
very
yeah,
silent, very calm, very introvert. I didn't want to talk to anybody. Even if some people asked me questions, I didn't answer because I don't know. I didn't give a shit somehow. And I really thought like, it doesn't matter if I answer and they will just forget about it.
yeah. For me, it was like
I don't know.
I grew up in a very noisy family, so everybody was quite loud and very extroverted, and yeah, it was the only way to that somebody even noticed you. So you always had to be loud, and you
Uh,
have to always do stuff because otherwise everybody was always screaming at each other. You
wow,
know,
okay.
typical Polish family. You know, especially at family gatherings, it was always like a blast. You know, everybody just screaming at each other. That you couldn't have like a normal conversation. It was always like, "Ah, ah, 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 ah." And yeah, and I think it was a really big part why I was nearly the same way at school. So
Mhm.
yeah, I always
Interesting.
tried to get yeah, people could see me, you know, and
Interesting. Yeah. I don't
and it
know. I just want to
was.
be seen, I think.
Yeah, and I think that was the biggest part why I was such extroverted because I didn't knew a different way to communicate for a very long time. So I was
Hmm.
quite yeah, I was like more silenced when I hit puberty. But yeah, I was always like the I was first I was one of the biggest in the class, then I was one of the smallest in the class. So yeah, I was like always the kid that was standing out. So yeah, and got
Okay.
me much trouble. Yeah, my grandma was like something more of a mother to me than my mom because my mom raised me alone. So
Hmm.
my grandma was helping her, and my mom was at work. So everything that was happening at school, my grandma always had to come to school. And I did so much stupid stuff. So every teacher knew my grandma and knew that you know,
Grandma.
yeah. When Domek's granny were at school, everybody was like, "Yeah, goddamn, what
Tomek,
did
your
he do
granny.
again?" Yeah, and she was always very protective about me. So it wasn't like yeah, she was yelling at me or was telling me I did something wrong. It was always like, yeah, that was the stupid kid that did this. That he was provoking him to do stupid shit and stuff like this. And yeah, most of the time I was the one that was beginning to doing stupid shit. So yeah, I
Wow.
think my yeah, but my granny loved me, so she was very protective always about kind of stuff.
Um, I don't know. I was the opposite, maybe because I'm a child of two teachers. So at home it was also like school a little bit, you know, you have to do your homework and be a nice kid. And yeah, I mean, at school I was also hardworking and ambitious until puberty, of course. And then I was like, yeah, what is the meaning of life, you know? And then yeah, my grades went down, of course. I think after 12 years old or something. And then, yeah, things have changed. I was still not so talkative at school, and yeah, I was more introvert than extrovert. People used to make music, and I was like, yeah, I used to make music too, but it was like, mm, they can't do better than me, you know. Inside me, there was this feeling, but I
Yeah.
never said anything about that, you know. And I got the worst grade always in music lesson. You know? It was always like, I mean, somehow everybody got really good grades in music, and I didn't get good grades. But I used to play guitar, and you know, I could sing. But yeah, teachers didn't know me because I was so introvert.
Yeah,
That's the problem, I think.
yeah. I wish I would be
Yeah.
more introvert. It would save me some trouble. It was
Yeah,
like,
it should be balanced, I think, because you lose some stuff too when you're introvert.
yeah, but
So,
I don't know. It got me. I think more trouble than it did good. But yeah, especially when I was younger. When I got older, when I hit puberty, when I was in middle school, high school, it was something that helped me a bit because I could
mhm.
do some projects. You know, when you're talkative and can speak in front of people, there was always something that's yeah, do you want to do this project? Do you want to go there? Do you want to do this stuff? So yeah, I had many opportunities to do something more than just be at school, and that
Yeah.
was cool. But yeah, like I said, when you're more the guy that is provoking, or especially when I was a teenager, so yeah, you know, music taste changed, look changed. I
You
suddenly I
got
had
hairs.
yeah, I suddenly got long hair and was wearing my battle jacket and
Of course.
skinny jeans and you know, I did some other fashion stupid stuff, like I don't know, I have a military helmet from the Bundeswehr. I don't know where I got it from, but yeah, I had one, and I painted stuff on it, like Metal Militia and Kill 'Em All and stuff like this, and I had it attached to my back. And I went to the school with this whole um, yeah, with this battle helmet, you know. And it was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Why are you walking with a military helmet to school? And I would say, why the fuck not? You know, not to
Yeah, right.
mention.
You were more rebellious, I think, than me.
Yeah, I started to have like my political philosophical phase and stuff like this. And there was a question, which instrument you would like to master?
Oh.
We like to master. There was a question from somebody.
Ah, okay. Uh, you can answer maybe?
So yeah, I think
But is it the question is for the childhood or now?
no, that was I think just a question, which
General.
instruments would you love to master that you don't play so far? So yeah,
Oh.
like I don't even master bass playing, so we have to start with this. But I think something that it's not so popular. Like I always wanted to play some more exotic instruments, sitar or
Mm-hmm.
something like this, and or saxophone. That would be very nice. It was the very first instrument I wanted to play, but
Mm-hmm.
my mom said no. And yeah, it's too loud. So yeah, that's why yeah, I think
Yeah.
sitar would be really cool.
Yeah. In my case, I try to learn most of the instruments, not most of the instruments, but drums, guitars, like bass guitar, electric guitar, piano, but I couldn't master at all because I don't practice at all. So I even started playing classical guitar. I mean, at the age of 13, I think. I mean, I really learned with notes and, really
Yeah,
classical playing, but I didn't master it because I think I like to sing more than playing. So I focused on more on that. But I would have loved to be a drummer, actually. I
yeah.
love drums. And
Philip actually is watching now, so don't say
oh,
something.
Philip, haha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned some drums. I can play very, very basic things, but yeah, I would love to actually master drums. Other than that, I would have actually loved to master some Turkish instruments and
Yeah,
Oriental style of playing violin, for example. I mean, I really like it, actually.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know after this age if it's possible.
It's never
Maybe I can
too.
try.
You're never
Yeah.
too old to learn new tricks. So
Yeah, it might take longer than normal, but
yeah,
in the
but you're
end,
not.
maybe you can.
Yeah, but I know you're not a one-trick pony. So
So, do you have siblings, brothers, sisters?
no, I don't actually. I don't have siblings. Maybe it's another reason why I was so extroverted because I was
Maybe.
always alone at home. My mom was at work and my grandma was there, so I had
Okay.
I had to find somebody that wants to do something with me after school.
Yeah, you wanted to have some trouble,
Yeah,
actually, because
but
I had that.
but I think there's one person I would call like something like a sibling, cousin, sibling. Actually, it was a friend, a son of the friend of my grandpa. I know it sounds really complicated, but I spent
Okay.
most of my holidays in Poland and Bydgoszcz with my family. So yeah, when I was little, my grandpa introduced me to the son of his friend, and so our friendship started. So every vacation, every holiday, I was in Poland and spent most of the time with him. So we know each other for now more than 23 years, I think. And yeah, it's something like a sibling to me. We don't have actually so much contact as I would like to. It's also, I think
But
it's
did he make you angry when you were children? And
yeah, of
did you
course. I
fight?
know best situation was we were playing football, or soccer, how you call it in the States. And yeah, and I think I was angry at him and shot the ball at his back, and he was totally furious and shot me with the ball in the face. And
Hi.
we didn't spoke to each other for I don't know for a week or something. And then my grandpa and his father was like, "Yeah, we have to do something about it because yeah, they can't be mad at each other." So we went to McDonald's and everything was cool. So
At
you know the
McDonald's.
best.
Okay.
Yeah, you know McDonald's and Happy Meals with Hot Wheels and stuff like this. It was best thing they could do. Yeah, and then yeah, I think he's something like a sibling to me. We have a relationship that even when we don't see each other that often anymore, because I'm not that often in Bydgoszcz anymore in Poland. But when we see each other, it's like we were never separated. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I understand.
And he was a really big part of my journey as a musician and as a why I got so hard into metal. So we started nearly at the same time to listen to harder music, and he introduced me to many cool bands that I wouldn't listen to when he wouldn't be there. So yeah, like Nuclear Assault and Sacred Reich and stuff like this. So yeah,
Nice.
that was one of the reasons why I got so much into old school thrash metal from the 80s was his taste of music. So yeah.
Cool. I mean, I have another sister. She's living in Istanbul, and I remember. I don't know if she's watching me right now, but because I don't see who's watching me at the moment. So I have to tell some stuff. I was so angry with her all the time because she made me so angry. Sorry, but yes. Because I don't know, she was always making fun of me, and she was more dominant. She was more extrovert, and I was introvert, you know. So it was like sometimes I couldn't get what I want. I mean, maybe most of the time because she wanted something else and she got that, you know. So, or I don't know, we used to fight about some stupid stuff, or yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what she did to me, but I remember that I was really angry with her all the time, and I fell down so many times because of her. Because I was learning to walk and she was running around me all the time, you know. I was just 2 years old or 3, I don't know, 2 maybe, I don't know, or 1. Nick, I don't know which age do you learn to walk.
Something
I think
around
2,
one.
1 or 2. Then she should be like 3 years old if I was 1, you know. That means, I mean, of course, you're small kids, of course. But yeah, I fell down so many times. And then after a few years again, yeah, I remember. Somehow, yeah, she was around me, very active, and I was not so.
Let me know.
It's like, oh, what's happening around me? Yeah, it was like that. But also, we started together making music with my sister, and also I started listening to metal with her. We have even songs together when we were. I mean, I
Nice.
used to play. Yeah, I remember them even.
Nice.
I remember that we used to compose songs when I was 12 years old or 13. I think 12 because I used to. I started playing guitar 12 or 13, and she's 2 years older than me. So she used to sing. I didn't sing that time. I used to play the guitar. So she used to sing. She used to speak better English. So because I didn't learn yet, you know. So she used to write the songs, and I used to write the guitars. I mean chords, you know. But I still remember some of them, and I actually made one of them again. I didn't
Nice.
publish it anywhere, but I have it. It's not
Nice.
finished. Maybe someday I can publish it, but it's not finished. It's not like how I want at the moment, but I did it like, I think 2 years ago.
That would be nice.
2, 3 years ago, yeah. I have it. So exciting.
Would be nice. Would be nice as a gift for your sister.
Yeah, she knows it already, and she liked it a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
but didn't publish, you know. So, yeah, that day will be an important day, I think, for me if we publish it one day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and what else? Were you bullied at school?
Yeah, so I was a big and thin child, and then I don't know, I think I was at 5th grade or something like this, and yeah, exploded. So this everything
What?
here in my face is the whole thing I have since 5th grade. I was a fat kid. I was a fat little kid. You know,
Okay.
I was first I was big and thin, and then I don't know, in 5th grade I became fat. Nobody knew why. Nobody knew why. Summer came and I was fat. So yeah, it was something why I was bullied, because I was a big boy.
Because you're fat?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
a big boy, so you know, I was bigger than most of my buddies, and I was fat. So it was something why I was bullied. So like, it wasn't like something that was happening always, or that was something that we're picking up always, but because most of them liked me, because I was an extrovert, so it wasn't such a problem. But Always when we were fighting or stuff like this, so there was like, of course, one of the first things always was, yeah, you are fat, and you are fat this, fat that, fat
Yeah.
like big, stuff like this, stupid nicknames, and so yeah, I was bullied, and actually it was one of the situations at school where my grandma picked me up from school. I think I was. It was in 5th grade, and I was totally pissed off because a kid from my class called me I was a fat fuck and stuff like this, and he also was bigger, you know. He wasn't as fat as I was, but he was also not on the thin side. So my grandma picked me up, and she saw that I was a bit sad, and she was asking me, yeah, what happened, and I said, yeah. This kid, I even remember his name, and I even remember the situation. He was called Alex. Alex Paholski.
Maybe Alex was this Alex. Oh my God.
No. It was a Polish Alex, actually. So,
maybe he changed his name. We don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, Alex bullied me and told I was fat, and my grandma was walking back to the school because I was picked up early, and went to this kid, to Alex, and was yelling at him. Yeah, you know what? You're not thin either. You are also fat, so don't call my grandson that he is fat, and go do some sports. And,
Yes!
and I was like, no. But after this situation, nobody fucked with me ever. Like,
cool.
Everybody was totally scared about my grandma, because my grandma was such a prominent face at my elementary school. So
Grandma of Domek.
Yeah, she was in the Polish police, so you know.
Ooh, okay, I didn't know that.
So yeah, so everybody was scared of my grandma, because my grandma was always there when something was happening. She was there when there were school events. She was even singing at our class Christmas, was singing all Polish songs and stuff like this. So everybody knew my granny. So everybody knew, don't fuck with him. you know, so yeah. And later when I was a teenager, of course, because yeah, I had long hair, and I had my battle vest, and I had this military helmet and stuff like this.
Because you look different.
Yeah, and I was listening to music that nobody else was listening to. So I was actually
I had this too, yeah.
I was the only real metalhead. Like closer friends of mine started to listen to some stuff I liked, because yeah, they didn't have really own taste. So there was like, yeah, the stuff that Domek is listening is okay, or it's cool, let's listen to it. But they never were such into it like me. And so yeah, that was a huge thing. But I was always like I told you, I got a bit quieter, but I got a bit meaner. So I was this rebel kind of guy, that when you told something to me that I'm looking, or that my t-shirts are from the 80s and I'm look stupid, I was always like, yeah, look at yourself. And had always a witty answer to the whole stuff they were telling me. So yeah, so that was the other situation. So nobody wanted to bully me after this, because they knew I could destroy them with my comments. So yeah, I was so I never was really popular or stuff like this. I was always like the guy in between the total nerds and the cool kids. So I was accepted in both circles, but I did like my own stuff. So
yeah. Well, in my case, I was bullied in the primary school because I had rotten teeth. My teeth were black.
I know.
It was really funny.
We had one child in our class that had the same problem. So,
I didn't feel bad about it, actually. It's so funny. I was so self-confident about myself, especially at home, of course. And you have to see my childhood photos where I smile like with all my teeth, you know, no problem at all, you know, like that. So, but whenever something happens, or when a friend of mine is maybe jealous of me, I don't know now what the problem was, but when they were angry with me, they used to call me like, "Look at yourself, you have black teeth," you know, like, and then I was like, and I used to kick them with my foot on their leg, like, you know? It was so funny. I mean, it wasn't so funny for me, of course, but I felt a little bit strange because I don't have this reaction at home, but I have that kind of reaction outside for my peers, and that's like, why should I feel bad about it? Actually, I used to think that means that there is something bad about it. That's why they're telling me like that. But I got aggressive when they told me like this because I didn't see any reason to call me like this. So, but anyway, and nobody told. I mean, did they tell? Yeah, they did tell the teacher, and the teacher didn't do anything. I don't know why. Maybe she knew that I had those teeth and it was normal.
No, it's like typical teachers that are telling you, yeah, you have to tell us something when somebody is bullying you, and then.
Well, I didn't go to the teacher and tell that they called me tooth, you know.
All right, sorry. So
they told the teacher that I beat them, you know. But there was another reason. There was very, very reasonable reason for that. Because I was hurt. I don't know how we call it, but you feel hurt somehow. But when you get home, you don't feel like that, because I think I was anyway like 7 years old, 8 years old. So I didn't feel so sad about it when I got home. Only at school, actually. It was strange. I don't know. Other than that, when I grew up, I was still introvert. People used to maybe make fun of me because I didn't talk that much, you know. And that was some kind of bullying too, because whenever I wanted to talk, they were like, "Oh, she talked! Ha 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 ha!" You know. I was like, okay, sorry.
It's so strange to hear this from you, because I know you're from a totally different side.
I know, yeah. Something happened to me afterwards. No, something happened, and actually, I'm still very shy, a very shy person, actually. You don't know. But I seem the opposite somehow, and people think that I'm so social, so I don't know, very comfortable with all people, communicating with all people. No, I'm not like that, actually. I feel really comfortable on the stage, for sure, because it's like I feel anyway like this is my place. I don't care. I don't give a shit about any other person. Sorry, the audience. I give a shit, of course, about you. But I think personally, in my personal life, I'm a little shyer than normal. I mean, than my appearance, I would say. And but in my teenage years, I was even worse. Ooh, I really didn't want to talk to people. Even as I told, when I talk, they used to make fun of me. And then somehow I started talking, and then it was okay. But I still didn't have many friends at that time, and also because of music stuff, I was one of the very few people who used to listen to metal, rock, and things like that. And there wasn't so many people that I had connection with. So, and then also at the university, it was also a little bit difficult because there weren't so many people like me, and they used to. Yeah, I mean, it was so strange at the university, even, you know. It was so strange because they always thought that I don't belong here or something, because they're all going to be teachers. I studied teaching, you know, so they're going to be teachers, and I look different, you know, like I used to wear my soldier boots, you know,
Yeah.
so, and some interesting clothes. And people used to look at me like, or yeah, I had some close friends, but they were really totally different from me. So,
Yeah.
and then,
I never found like really it really took long time to have found somebody that was listening to the same music as me, like really active listening to the same music as me. And so yeah, I totally understand this. And at university, I never met nobody that was like, yeah, let's listen to metal or stuff like this.
nope.
So yeah, it
Yeah.
was more like people I met through music than people I met at school or I met at university work or whatever. So I think like the first person I really could share the music I was listening to was Nicolas, the guitarist that Philip and I was playing in a band when our first band together. And so yeah, Nicolas was like the first guy I could talk about music to. And I think I was 16 at the time, so 15, 16, something around this. So yeah, and it was like for a very long time, the people that I was making music with were the only people I could exchange like the music I was really listening to. And yeah, it was
Yeah.
always I was always like I know how you feel when you have like the feeling that yeah, you're a bit different. You know,
Yeah,
you
I
were
felt it so long in my life, very, very
yeah,
long.
yeah,
And
but
now I feel much better about it. I don't
yeah,
feel like that anymore, but I felt a very long time like I'm somehow different. But I mean, it's not because of me, it's because they treated me like that.
yeah,
They treated me like as if I was different. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
but
I do feel like that too.
yeah, I like I don't know. I think when I was a teenager, I really embraced it, this feeling to be different than everybody else. Like I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was like, yeah, it's cool that I'm different than everybody else, and I'm doing my stuff, and I'm reading stuff that was totally not mainstream and philosophical stuff, and you know, interest in politics and stuff like this. So I really embraced it, and I think I never wanted to be really to fit into it. I enjoyed my role as being something in between. You know, like I get you. I can talk with everybody. I can spend
Yeah, I
time with
can do that too.
everybody.
Yeah.
But I was always like, yeah, I'm not really somewhere. I'm always like a bit different than everybody else. And it was cool. Like cool. Otherwise, I think I embraced this role. Like it was a big part of my personality at the moment, at that moment in time. And you know, when you're looking at bands like they were playing in the 80s, and always wanted to be like them, you know, to be the different guy, to be the one that doesn't fit into society.
To
And
wear some leggings and go to the
no,
stage.
I never wore leggings, like never. I wore leggings when I was playing American football because it was cold when we had practices in winter. It was like the only time I was wearing leggings. Otherwise, never. I would never do the Lars leggings style from Seattle '89. Never. Like that was too much for me. But skinny jeans, you know, like the skinniest jeans you
Skinny
could
jeans
get.
are good, actually. I
Yeah,
like them.
but I was like, yeah, it have to be the skinniest jeans you can get, like skull candy and stuff like this. So yeah, now I'm looking at pictures and I'm like, what the fuck? What? Why though? Like, why they have to be so skinny, you know? And yeah, but I think I like to be a bit of an outcast. So I
That's
think I
good.
still like it to a to an extent. But yeah, it's sometimes you feel a bit left out when you always like be yeah, when you always be like this. So
Yeah, when you're with other people who are not in your area. How do you say that? In your friend circle or people circle? Ah, I know that place around you.
yeah, yeah.
You're at work.
I'm still at work because I didn't. I wanted to do it at home, but
Okay.
yeah, I was working on my PC and forgot the time, so I.
Okay. So anyway, we can actually stop. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm moderating the Abendschau oder so.
Yeah.
It's like,
Sorry, I'm not so used to the whole live Instagram stuff.
no problem.
Yeah, but
Okay, so
it was cool.
yeah, it was cool. We can do it again.
Yeah,
And I don't know, I don't see people if they're saying
there.
something like say hi from me.
Yeah, yeah. There were many winken emojis. How you call it in?
Winken?
Yeah,
Like this?
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Then have a nice evening,
yeah, you
everybody.
too. Yeah, nice
And
evening, and maybe on the next episode or Thwart
yeah,
Thursday.
next Thwart Thursday, maybe in 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we see.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye.